25th, 2023. I'm back over here at Sonora Elementary, subbing a 3rd grade class today, and it's the 3rd time here. Very excited. And so starting out is a very interesting day. So it's after recess and they're in music class for an hour, so I have I guess an hour, but you know, so far so good. This morning it was like ELA. I was actually teaching how to do a bridge map, and that was kind of connected with national landmarks too, because we're talking about Mount Rushmore and why the presidents, the 4 presidents were picked and everything. The students are very respectful, a little chatty but very respectful. And some of the students are really kind, really helping me on classroom procedure and how the teacher runs the class and everything. But when I got in the office this morning, like a couple of people remembered me from last year, like the principal, and the principal and I were actually communicating via email and to talk about setting up a potential assembly this year, hopefully. And so we're planning on talking after school. And also this morning I ran into a teacher that I knew from Newport Heights Elementary, and he used to teach there for several years after, and then he became the principal at like California Elementary and then College Park Elementary. Last time I saw him was June 3rd, 2022 at College Park Elementary. So it's good to run into him again. And the teacher whom I'm subbing for now was communicating to me over the weekend about this class and sending me the Google Slides for today. So I'm in the middle of teaching out of those slides. But she was saying that the other teacher was telling her about how I subbed last time, how the students really enjoyed my tricks and everything, and also said that I am on YouTube, and so she checked it out and she thought it was neat that I'm communicating my message. And speaking about the YouTube channel, at recess I was just standing there by the computer and a couple of 4th graders walked by, and one of them just stood there and looked at me for like 3 or 4 seconds, pointed at me and said, "You're a YouTuber, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Oh, yes I am. Did I sub for you?" He said, "Yeah." And then I was walking out at recess time, and one student was like, "Wait, you're a magician, right? Could I see a trick?" And I said, "Well, I do tricks, but it's not real magic, but I did a quick card trick," and I told him the card that he was going to pick. After that, he was like, "Wow, see you later," and like rushed off or so, just couldn't believe the trick. I mean, it's a simple like sleight of hand trick. And right after that I was walking back to the classroom, and I passed by a couple of students who, you know, like face lit up and were pointing at me, I guess remembering me from subbing for them last year. And that 3rd grade classroom I was subbing for last year, I believe that teacher said this morning that a couple of students were telling her that I'm on campus and was remembering me from last year. Also this morning, you know, it never ceases. Everyone asks me how tall I am. I was walking to the classroom and a few of the students just first thing they said is, "How tall am I?" And I quickly said about 6'2" or 6'3". So again, this day is going extraordinary and can't wait for the rest of the day. Well, that's it. The day is over. I had time for a little bit of juggling at the end, like literally 10 seconds. It's conference week for the school, so it's early dismissal today at like 12:55. Everything went well, and I just ran into my former music teacher from elementary school some 16, 17 years ago. And so it was great to talk to her again. And then, yeah, so this day went excellent. Can't wait for the next one. It is September 26th, and I was over at Ensign today. And so the reason why I was over here at my alma mater, class of 2009, is because there were absolutely no sub jobs available today, or at least the ones that I thought that I could do. And so I texted my former mentor teacher here from last year and asked if I could volunteer. It was great being here, and I will probably return at around 3 p.m. to help tutor after-school tutoring at the library, so I'm very excited about that. A lot of students today, however, recognized me from subbing for them in the past, and they're saying that I subbed for them like a Kaiser, Newport L, or Mariners. And then others remembered me from when I was walking around in the neighborhood and I was showing some card tricks and everything, because a couple of students recognized me and they wanted to see card tricks, and so they introduced me to other students as well. And this day brought back a ton of memories, like math, Avid, seeing my mentor teacher and helping her out and other teachers out. It brought back memories from exactly 1 year ago this time when I was doing my advanced student teaching semester. Well, tutoring went good. It brought back a lot of memories, and the librarian and the assistant were very appreciative. And over here at Mesa Church, volunteering for Royal Rangers from 6:30 to 8. September 29th, 2023, I'm back over here at Mariners Elementary again for another Friday, doing 4th grade this time. It's great to be in here again. This is the same teacher whom I subbed for last year, the very first time I subbed here at Mariners Elementary. And yesterday I was at Ladera Ranch Elementary doing 6 assemblies. I have a video posted about that already, but in the middle of it I went on Frontline and I accepted this position. So I'm very excited to be here today. So the day's going okay so far, starting with Flag Deck. They sing God Bless America this morning, and that brings me back to when I was in elementary school, when I was their age. Paularino Elementary, Newport Heights Elementary, they always do the patriotic songs like America the Beautiful, God Bless the USA, and such. And then the class is a little bit talkative, but they're fourth graders, and this really helped, this Roger device thing. It's kind of like a microphone, and it plays in the speaker back there. And what's also very interesting is there's yet another student who speaks Russian, and it's a very neat device. It's like she talks in it in her language, and then it translates, and then I talk in English, and it translates for her. So, and this is like the third school that I've been to in the past month where there are students from Ukraine or Russia. So the day's going okay so far. It was kind of like put on last minute, so there's a lot more activities or like drawing from like a YouTube video on like 1 point perspective, a Halloween packet and such, so it's more like a relaxed day. And a lot of these students remembered me from last year because I subbed 2 third grade teachers last year. So that's it. It was an amazing of a day and an amazing of a week, I surmise. So the end of the day went okay. They had like 40 minutes outside for like their Friday fun. And while out there, several students were eager to see card tricks and everything, and caught the attention of another one of the third grade teachers, and was just appreciative that, you know, I have this joy and this passion to brighten students' days as well as to teach. And earlier, some of the students here and out at recess kind of heard about me and dates and making associations and telling them the day of the week. Well, I unfortunately can't do that for every single date where I can tell them the day of the week, but a lot of these students were born when I was in my first and second semester at OCC. A couple of them were born in my senior year of high school earlier in 2013, but I would say, okay, you were born on Friday, or let's see, I remember this date, so just add 2 dates, so you were born on Saturday. And then I got more questions, and I had to think about some for a while. And some fact-checked me on their Chromebook and realized that, yeah, I was right, they were born on a Wednesday. But I used to have like this algorithm memorized, and I just have to restudy it. It would have been easier. Once again, people asked me throughout the day, like especially pertaining to card tricks, how am I so good? And people asked me that yesterday at Ladera Ranch Elementary, how am I so good? And I said with a smile, because I practice. It just takes practice, persevering, never give up, and having that mindset. So the day, again, was a bit noisy, but again, it was on the relaxed side. At the very end of the day, they were just cleaning up and packing up in a relatively noisy way, and then it was like at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, have a good weekend, and the few people that stayed behind got to see some juggling, but not everyone else, though. They were just eager to leave. Other than that, I'm glad that I was here today, and it was an excellent week. And wherever you're at in life, if you are aspiring to be anybody, a teacher, pilot, doctor, lawyer, basketball player, baseball player, whoever, just never give up. Disability or not, anybody could do whatever they set their heart and mind to do. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.